talk about this storm.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest part of the tragedy is my parents and my sister are living with me.
Oh, my goodness.
I can't believe it.
You said that would never happen.
I've been trying to get my parents to move for 5 years now.
Yeah.
I don't want... They're in their house. Every time there's any kind of tragedy...
Like any snowstorm now, anything.
Yeah. My parents' block is the last one to get their power back.
Wow.
Like, when I say they're talking about maybe not till Wednesday or Thursday.
Really?
Yeah, they pay into LIPA. And LIPA, Long Island Power, whatever the A is.
Authority or association or whatever it is. Yeah.
My sister, too.
But why don't they have power?
Who knows? Oh, my God. My parents...
They're not near water.
Something terrible has happened. And my mother's so doom and gloom. Listen, I got to talk. Certainly, one of our listeners has to work for the Long Island Power Association. I will blow you.
You got to get those people out of here.
Can you just put the power on at my parents' house? I don't care.
When did they finally give in and say they had to leave?
Oh, this happened on... They showed up on Wednesday. Oh, my God. My mother walks in crying. She's upset. I don't know. I'm the people are suffering. I go, Ma, you're in the house now. We had a generator going. I said, okay. I said, just calm the fuck down. What? My dad's stone deaf now. He didn't hear a thing.
Oh, no.
Everything has to... And he just seems just really aggravated and annoyed with everything. And my mother's isn't... What did Howard just say? It's like I'm not in the room.
Right. He has to hear from a third party what you say.
Oh, my God. What did he say? He. My mom called me a jerk.
Really?
Like the whole thing, it deteriorated in 2 seconds.
You've been getting along so well.
Oh my God! It just listen. I don't care what it takes. Somebody from Long Island Power call.
You'll
Gary.
go out and fix it yourself today.
Yeah, just tell me what I need to do. Who do I need to pay off? I think this returning of the power there's got to be some sort of. Like I figure if I worked for Long Island Power, I would first turn my own home on. You know what I mean? So there has to be a lot of that going on.
But you can't turn on one house at a time. It's sections.
Blocks, sections.
Yeah.
But somehow my parents live in a town, but like their post office is that town, but they're really not in the town, but the school system is that town, and then they really belong to another town, but that town they're not. And both towns have all full power restored.
And they don't.
Except for my parents' block. And I said to my mother and father, I sat them down, I said, listen.
You got to get out of there.
You got to fucking move. They don't understand why I'm saying that. She goes, we like our house. I go, yeah, but your house isn't functioning. And it's a burden to everyone. Because I'm the guy who fixed their house. I rebuilt their house. I'm the one who, they go, we love our house. It's easy for, I go, yeah, because I have to do everything. My parents were getting water in the basement. I had people come in and fix it. When they do it on their own, it doesn't get fixed. It's a fucking burden to me.
That house is your house.
Yeah. And then, like, my parents' neighbors are like, you should be at your son's. And then, like, all of a sudden, I'm a bad son. I'm like, Mom, come over to my house. No, we're going to wait it out.
I love how they tough it out. That's the best.
And every like we serve food to my parents, and we made nice meals and everything. Oh, my God, there's too much food. I go, Mom, I'm doing something nice here. Who can eat like this? I mean, it's so much food. What? It's too much, Ben. It's delicious. I know it's delicious. I feel guilty eating. What? I feel the people are suffering.
Oh, no. Did she really get teary like this?
Yes. She's crying every minute. I'm like, I go, Mom, I'm trying to fucking eat. It's a good thing we have food.
Yes, at least we're eating.
Yeah, at least I said, if you don't, I feel we should help the people. I said, Mom, then go outside and help the people.
Yeah, you can't get to the people. How are you going to help the people?
You're sitting here about the people. Get the fuck outside and help someone. It's very windy for us. I had to give him a whole lecture, too, because my parents are out. Look, my parents are in my house. It's unfucking believable. So my mom went to the bathroom, and I guess she left the water in the sink running. You know.
In the sink?
Yeah, you know, where you wash your hands.
Right. I mean, that's unusual.
Right. So I didn't know. Yeah, exactly. I didn't know if my dad or my mom. It was a bathroom we never used. So I didn't know if it was my dad or mom use it. And so Beth said, don't say anything to them. I'll just keep an eye on them. I go, no, they can handle it. I said, let me tell them that when you just double check that you turn it off because it was on full power. It wasn't like it was just dripping. And that could start a flood. She goes, don't tell your parents. Beth's really smart about this stuff. I said, it's fine. They can handle it. Oh, was I wrong?
What happened?
They get upset. I go, they feel like they should leave or something.
Oh,
and I'm not telling them that. They're still at my house. Beth's there with them.
Oh, good.
If someone works for Long Island Power, please call up Gary. I'll give you their address. Go turn on the fucking power.
Try to get that power on.
Do me a favor. I'm going insane. I can handle any aspect of this storm except that.
Well, I said to myself, they're telling people if your power is off. See, the media made your parents come. They said if the power is off, find a friend or a relative.
Yeah, I hate the media.
With power.
Yeah, and by the way,
move with them.
Yeah. But everyone likes to come to my house. Like my sister's kid has, my niece has power.
But she didn't go to her house.
No, she wanted to come to my house. My sister's like, we won't be a bother. First thing she walks in, can you boil some hot water for me? I'm freezing. I go, wasn't there heat? This is like, I said, I'm in a nightmare.
Hot water?
Yeah. I go, yeah, she wanted to drink hot water. I go, isn't there heat? Weren't you just in the car for 2 hours coming to my house? Wasn't there heat in there? Why are you still cold? But everyone, when they walk in the door, they want to show you how cold they are.
They're still acting as if they just walked out of their cold house.
Right. You just came out of your car. You're not cold. She's wrapping herself in blankets. My mom does that move, too. I didn't realize how similar my mom and my sister are. She's all wrapped up in blankets. I go, where did you just come? Did you walk here? It's fucking unbelievable.
Wrapping up in blankets.
Yeah, right. She said, oh, you don't know. I go, I do know. Of course I know.
They didn't turn on the heat in the car so they could keep that up.
It was crazy. Well, if you don't want to be a bother, why are we boiling water now?
Put the kettle on.
Between the car and the house is 11 seconds, and somehow my sister was like just frostbitten.
She froze before she got in.
Oh my God! And so I mistakenly go to my parents. I go, Mom. Oh, and by the way, I have no voice because you have to yell everything.
You're yelling the whole weekend.
Yeah. I go, Mom, Dad. What? I just want to say, what? I just want to say that when you use the water in the bathroom, make sure you turn off the water by pressing down on the thing. What? She can't hear a thing either. I go, when you use the water, hey, I did it. He threw my mother right on the bus. Yeah, I didn't use the water that she did. I go, okay, listen, guys, calm down.
They're
what?
Like kids. I didn't do it.
I turned the water off. You were in there. You were the only one in there. You must have done it. I go, Dad, please don't yell at her. But she turned it on. And she did it all. So I go, guys, I'm just asking you, can you keep an eye on that when you turn the water? I'm telling you, I used the water, but I turned it off. I'm telling you.
Oh, my God.
I did. I go, guys, it's okay. I said, I'm sorry I brought it up. You can bring it up, but I know I turned it off. Wait, can I taser you? Look, we have a huge audience on Long Island. There's got to be somebody in charge of the power. Just turn my fucking parents' house on, will you?
You don't even care if the rest of the block goes on.
I don't
just
care.
forget the rest of the block. Just this
Just
address.
drive over to my parents' house, and I don't care what you got to do. Hook them up to whatever how could there be power all around them and not their block? It's insane. It's like you missed a block. Come on. If you think I'm funny and I've entertained you all these years, help me out.
You're struggling.
Oh, my God. I'm struggling, Robin, in this.
Oh, that's too much. I never even thought, I didn't think that it would come to that. I thought their lights would go back on
No.
and you'd be safe.
Well, there's this place I want to move my parents to. It's like a beautiful apartment building, condo style.
They won't go.
No. We're not going anywhere. I said, Mom, Dad, can you just listen to me? I said, where are we going to move? Where are we going to move?
Like there's no place.
Yeah. I said, Mom, it's exciting to move. Your house is a burden.
Yeah, they wouldn't have the burden of the upkeep. They'd have friends and activities.
And then my parents are like, we have wonderful neighbors who help. I go, your neighbors are helping you because I'm famous. Don't you fucking get that? Because we texted one of the neighbors. The neighbor was accidentally texted back to, oh my God, Howard Stern's wife just called us. You know, like they're all
you got the text.
Yeah. And it's just like, I'm like, Mom, Dad. I said, your neighbors are wonderful people, but they don't want the burden of you, and I can't get there.
Yeah, you could be in a great place where there was plenty of help.
Yeah, make it easy for me. Because I'm the one maintaining the house, not you. My mom
But
said,
it would also be easy for them.
No, we love our house, Robin. A wonderful people on our block. We love them all.
Oh, dear.
Oh, the people on the block. We love them. Listen, we're not moving anywhere.
They're not going to give you a break.
No, not me, no. And then when I start trying to tell them it's a burden for me, for you, what burden for you? Who's he?
Who is he?
Yeah, right. I go, because I pay for everything. I'm the reason your house isn't falling down. Oh. So she goes, we love our house. I mean, where are we going to go? I said, listen. Dr. Lou's mom lives in a great building. I said, Dr. Lou's mom has a beautiful apartment. I said, I'll buy the apartment. We'll sell this house. And what do you think? I'm going to sit there and have all my stuff. I'm going to move it. I said, you are going to move out.
No, you're not going to do anything.
You're not going to do a fucking thing. I'm going to go in one day with a moving crew. I'm going to get everything out of there, and you're going to show up, and it's all going to be set up for you. How's that? Is that okay? We're not going anywhere. No one's moving anything.
You know what? Everyone I know who's gone through this with their parents, their parents are so much happier.
I know.
When they get into these buildings,
they're happier.
And they have a social life, they have friends, they have activities.
And my dad's so afraid to move, and my mom, and like it's just crazy.
They're afraid that they'll lose their whole way of life. He won't be able to get to the yogurt shop.
Well, your father goes, he gets his paper. I go, Ma, they got papers everywhere.
Right, they do sell
deliver it right to your door.
In other places.
Yes, but it's convenient. We have our car right there.
They're still driving?
Yeah, and we have the yogurt shop. And I said, you could still go to a yogurt shop. Oh, my God.
Are they? Have you driven with them? Can they drive?
They claim they can drive. No, I haven't. I won't go in a car with them. You drive with them. Give them a driving test. I'm a terrific driver. Well, they've never had an accident ever. Knock on this shitty Formica. But I mean, it's crazy. And then I said, if you move to where Dr. Lou's parents are, mother is,
right?
It's easy. There's no maintenance. They have Dr. Lou's mom plays cards. I don't play cards. I mean, but I said they find things.
Right. They teach them hula. They do all kinds of things.
Yeah, it's not a retirement home by any. It's just it's a condo. It's
but they have activities and they have social events.
Yeah. I said, would you go look with me? No, we're not interested. I said, it's unbelievable. Even like my father ran a recording studio. He was technical. He would run equipment. He would edit tape. He can't figure out how to work his fucking cell phone. So I got him this cell phone.
You got him
Finally.
another cell phone.
Yeah. And the reason they wouldn't leave it on, my father thought, like, if you leave it on, he doesn't know how the phone's going to ring. I go, Dad, I practiced with him. I said, here, go in the other room and I'll call you.
He doesn't know how the phone's going to ring.
No. He goes, I hear music. I go, that's the ringing. That's the ringing. Yeah, now they got a flip phone because they don't want anything else. They don't
want a smartphone.
No, smartphone. And then and then everything's a credit. They're at my house. And my house is really nicely maintained.
Sure.
I put them in a room to watch TV, and it's like, oh my God, what the fuck am I going to do with them? Because I know I have it on a Crestron.
Right,
which is the
and
easiest.
They can't work that.
All I know is at my house, I have a clicker. I turn on the TV. My dad's sitting there smacking the Crestron and hitting it over and over again, but it's not working. He wants it. He just hits it like a monkey. He just keeps hitting it. Instead, I said, Dad,
well, they
look
can
at
see the little tabs.
No, he won't look. He's just going to hit buttons. I said, Dad. It's like kids. They're turned into little children. I go, Dad, take a look at the screen. What does it say? I don't know to look. Dad, you got to look. He won't look. He just wants everything to work.
Can they change channels?
I don't know. Oh, then the other thing is, and then they talk so loud because they're deaf.
Right.
Beth's sitting like 5 rooms away, the opposite end of the house, and she hears them talking. She overhears them, and they're like, what? I don't want to bother him. But we can't they couldn't turn on the TV in their room. We can't turn on the TV in our room. So Beth emails me. She goes, I'm hearing your parents. They're having a private discussion, but they're complaining that they can't hear the TV in their room. I'm going to go in and fix it. I mean, every minute there's an emergency, but they're no bother. Every minute there's an emergency. Listen, if Long Island Power is listening, you've got to get my parents out of the house. You got to. It's not fair.
You've done enough.
I've done enough. Drop everything else. It's time. It's time.
This man needs a rescue.
Yeah.
He's still not been rescued.
Yeah. And then it also becomes my problem. With the gas shortages and everything, I got to get them back.
Right.
My brother-in-law dumped off my sister and then left.
Where'd he go?
He has to go to work. So now she's there. And I'm like, well,
but is he staying at home?
No, he's fine. I mean, he's like, he doesn't know what all this carrying on is. So what do you think? If you don't have a brother like me, what do you think people do? So I said to them, go to a hotel.
Oh, they'll never do that.
Take a trip. No one will do that.
Because I remember the snowstorm. They sat in there freezing.
I said to my parents, I am getting... Yeah. They sit there and... like everything is doom and gloom. I said to my parents, I'm going to get your power back on. My sister goes, what about me? I go, listen, what am I, God? I said, I don't know if I can get your power turned on. She goes, well,
I'm going to wave my hand over Long Island and all the power will come back
She goes, what
on.
am I going to do? I said, I'm going to get a car. I'm going to ship your parents back to the house, and you're going with them, and you're going to sit in their house because it's near your house. What is this? I said, "What? That's the plan. What? You got to figure it out." I figure out every plan. Oh, my dad's a pisser. Like, he loves the newspaper. So I had the New York Times there. That's what he loves to read, and the Post and the Daily News. And then on Saturday, half of the Sunday paper comes. Well, he kept him busy. He just sat and read the paper. And my mother walks in. She goes, I go, oh, this is so great. He's. I don't like him reading so much. I go, what? It's not good. He gets irritated.
Oh,
and I don't read these things. It upsets me. What? I don't read the paper. It upsets me. And your father reads it. He gets irritable.
He's having the time of his life.
He's enjoying it. Leave him be. So then he gets done with the paper. And you know when like someone reads the paper, it's all wrinkled up now.
Right. It's out of order and the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh my God. So it's this big. So we put the papers on the kitchen table because that's where Beth and I leave them because we want to read them too. My father walks over. You could throw these out now.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah. And Beth said, well, I want to read the paper. He goes, this is yesterday's paper. She goes, yeah, but he was going to throw it out because he was finished with it.
Right.
Listen, Long Island Power, you've got to turn the power on at my parents' house.
Happening?
Do you hear what's happening? Do you hear the tragedy? Do you hear what's going on in my house? Please, I'm begging you. My parents' neighbors are so kind. They're so nice. Please help them all out. It's one block. It's one fucking block.
This block needs power.
Turn all your resources on that block. Anything you can do. Treat it like it's a hospital. Because I'm going to go insane.
It's going to be another tragedy.
Oh, then I was like, oh, I got to get them a movie. And now I'm like, I have like DVD movies, you know. I keep a closet full of them. And they can't agree on a movie. So finally I remembered I have Iron Lady. I had an old copy of that. The one, you know, that's the kind of shit they like.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
I stuck them in a room for 2 hours with the Meryl Streep movie. And then I had to keep running in because they have a complaint during the movie every minute.
You're like an attendant.
Oh, my God.
You might as well be working the train.
There is no way my parents are going to live with me if one of them, like, gets sick. They're going to a fucking old age home. There is no way I'm going to screw my life up. I am not going to tend to their needs. You know what? They weren't that great to me when I was a kid.
Oh, my goodness.
And, oh, my God, every minute for the last 5 days with my parents, I've got a lecture from my mother about what a great parent she is.
Oh, really? She's lobbying for herself now.
Like whenever, like, my sister and I are talking about our kids and, you know, different things about the kids and how they're doing. One thing about me, look, I had no mother. And I had no help. But I taught my children. No, when she says my children, that's us.
Yeah, she's talking to you.
Yeah. I taught my children what was needed and what I expected. And let me tell you something. I wasn't putting up with any nonsense. Because I didn't have to. If I told them to go to bed, what I told them to do, they did. Like we're dogs, you know.
You were very obedient.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and then she starts being so proud of how obedient we were. And you feel emasculated as she's saying it. Yeah, you were a mama's boy.
Ugh.
And you, I tell you, leave me alone. You'd keep nudging me and pestering me. This one, now she's getting angry at my sister. This one would run upstairs and slam a door. I'm like, what
all the good
fuck?
memories.
Oh, it was just one happy goddamn party. I said to Beth, I'm going to jump out a window. I'm going to kill myself.
Now
Beth
you
is a
realize how
saint.
you got in this condition.
Beth goes, she turns to me in bed. She goes, I got to tell you, I love your parents. I said, I love them too, but they're fucking annoying. And she goes, I just want you to know, if something happened to one of your parents, I would take them in, and I would take care of them. I said, are you high?
You didn't say, well, then I'm leaving you.
Yeah. You stay with them. I said, well, I guess we're divorced at that point. You can take them in all you want. She goes, yeah, I thought you would have thought that was the most loving, sweet thing I ever said. I go, well, it is. But
she doesn't understand how it sounds
Yeah,
to
right.
her.
I said, no, we'll go visit them in an old age home every Sunday. And then they'll fend for themselves during the week. I'm sure the attendants will be very nice people. Holy smokes. Long Island Power, you got to get the fuck over to my parents' house. This is ridiculous. And then I know what it is.
Can't you call the governors? This is, this needs intervention.
Yeah. I mean, what's Governor Cuomo busy with? Can't he handle this? Well, he's doing a good job, though.
He's doing an incredible job.
He's a good man. But I tell you, and then I hear Wednesday there's going to be another storm. Oh, that's what my mother called me in church. So I'm sitting and talking to my father.
Yeah, as soon as you get him home, they'll be back.
Oh, yeah. I'll get him home. I'll get him settled in. The nor'easter will hit. I'm gonna. This is nothing to laugh at, Robin. I'm gonna kill myself. So I'm sitting there. I said to my dad, I said, did you hear? They're gonna have a storm on Wednesday. He goes, I know. My mother's all the way, what?
So I just said to my father, I threw my hands up in the air and I started laughing. I said, this is just the worst situation for all the people of this state. I said, it's just so bad. And we're both laughing like, what the fuck is going to happen next? My mother goes, why you laughing like a jerk?
Oh.
I go, who the fuck are you talking to?
You didn't say fuck.
Oh, I did. I was just like, what the fuck? What do you mean? I said, you're over there. You're deaf as a doorknob. You don't even know what we're talking about. You're calling me a jerk. This is after I fed them for 3 days. I said, now I'm being insulted? I said, what's going on here?
Oh, my goodness.
They're just upset. They want to be back in their house. They don't like any change.
Yeah, they're irritable.
They're irritable.
They're you know how important their routine is to them.
Oh, my God, their routine. I go, what would you? I said, let me ask you something. Let's work through this together. I go, Mom, Dad, calm down a second. I said, what would you really be doing at home that you're not doing here? And they thought about it. I mean, they couldn't come up with one thing. I said, you're being fed. You got a warm bedroom. You got television. I said, Dad's got the newspaper. I got you covered there. I said, rationally.
What do? They don't do anything all day.
Well, we're inconveniencing you. I said, forget that. I'll deal with that. I said, it's my pleasure. I said, when do we ever get to spend this amount of time? My parents, whenever they come over, before they get their foot in the door, they're leaving.
Right. They're already packing to go.
I said, so now we have some time together. I sat with my dad. We played gin rummy. It was nice. He's still sharp as a tack. Yeah, he won.
Wow.
Yeah. And, I said, we had some nice conversation, too. I said, why don't we just relax and stop complaining? I said, we're all together, and things are okay. It's not the end of the world here. I'm trying to be upbeat. I'm just upset. I go, okay, but can you stop being upset? I said, because what are you upset about? So much food. Oh. And the people are suffering. Then she gets on the people.
Right.
I go,
but she's not doing anything.
I said, but you're an 85-year-old woman. You're not going to help the people. The young people are going to help themselves. They're suffering so. I said, okay, but you're not.
Well, she has to suffer with them, I think.
Yeah,
she needs to suffer, too.
What is that?
Doesn't feel right.
I said, you're a martyr.
Yes.
Yeah, like Jesus. I love my parents, and I'm trying hard to make a nice experience for them, but they're so upset. My sister is upset.
What is she upset about?
She doesn't have power either.
Yeah, but she's in a nice place. Things are happening.
Once she got to my house, she was happy.
Yeah.
Just thinking she might not want to leave.
That'd be another problem.
That would be another problem.
That might be too good.
At every minute, there's something else. My sister goes, I need to hear the show tomorrow. Where can I go to listen to the show? I said, what show? She goes, your show. I go, you listen to my show? She goes, every day I listen to your show. I go, who the fuck knew that? I said, don't listen while you're here in the house. Why shouldn't I go? I don't know. It bothers me. So my sister's probably listening. Hello, Ellen. But she's been without power for days, too.
Yeah.
But all right, listen, my parents...
What is her situation? Is that whole area out?
She lives in a good neighborhood, too. And she says a lot of the people around her do have power, but I don't know what's
Somehow
going on.
they keep missing the Stern homes.
Is there somebody at LIPA that doesn't like me and is punishing me? It's unbelievable.
Let's make Howard's mother and sister the last people we turn on.
So I've got one guy who works for National Grid. The guy was explaining to me, National Grid is the company. He said, because he gave you the whole rundown, but LIPA owns the poles, but National Grid is who does all the work.
Okay. What's he going to do?
He says, he seemed normal. He said, I don't want to be on the air. He seemed like a normal guy. He said, give me the address. He goes, I can find out what the damage is. He goes, I can't promise you. There's a small chance I can prioritize it.
Good.
But I'm not giving out your parents' address without your permission.
Just say, oh yeah, right. How do we know he's for real? But
I mean, he seemed pretty